Okay, so we're live. We're live now. You're here. I'm CD. I'm in Otaru in Hokkaido in Japan, and I'm here with my buddy Shade.
Hi, I am in Tokyo right now, but yeah,
So, dude, you're gonna be coming up here in a few days. I'm super stoked on that.
yeah. Next week, right?
Yeah, I think next week.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, dude.
Yeah. So, how's your experience? This is your first time in Japan, is that right?
Yes, first time outside the airport in Japan. So I've done Kyoto, Osaka, Nara, and now Tokyo.
Wow. Okay. So, first impressions of Japan. What's your thoughts?
Okay. So as you know, you and I guess anyone watching, and you've heard me before because we've talked before. I was in China and Korea before this. Not in that order, but
I saw you
Japan
in
has
both
been different.
places.
So I was in Osaka, and surprisingly, so many Vietnamese people in Osaka because I know Vietnamese. So I'll be walking down not even busy streets, and I'll just like hear behind or in front of me I'll hear Vietnamese. I was like, "Oh, fuck." So apparently there's a lot of immigrated Vietnamese there. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they're Northern Vietnamese. I'm not 100% sure on that because I can tell it's Vietnamese, but like how they talk sounds more Northern to me. But again, I'm not from born and raised in Vietnam, but I think it's more Northern. And how it is, I like the internet. I feel like the girls are easier to talk to. Most people seem very short here, like compared to China and definitely compared to Seoul, South Korea. But I haven't done a lot of China. Like China has a low average height, but they also have way more people. But just walking around, even like I'm usually tall or as tall as a good chunk of girls, but I feel like I tower over a good chunk of girls here. And then like I'm noticeably taller, and I'm not that tall. Me and you are the same height. Actually, I think you're a little taller than me. And then the guys, I'm like I'm the same height or taller than a good chunk of them, and I'm in Tokyo right now, so I feel like a good chunk of like obviously there are people taller, but like I'm noticeably in my head, like I can tell I'm like wow I'm taller than a lot of these people, which is fine. That was just an observation. The food I like, but I feel like it focuses on a lot of high quality ingredients. Not all the dishes, like a beef bowl and like the cabbage salad and stuff like that. You mask with salt, or it's not salt, sauce. But a lot of Japanese food that I've seen so far is just high quality ingredients, really simplistic. Like sushi, for example, it's not even rice all the time, but like just a thing of fish and like that's it, or like a raw thingy of whatever. And then I had horse meat yesterday. It was garlic, onion, um, ginger, garlic, onion, ginger, and then raw horse meat. That's all it was. And I feel like that I can see that a lot in the skincare as well. Because like Korean skincare, how I see it, and anyone can correct me, is they're very innovative. They try new things, and that's why it always blows up on Instagram. It's like, oh, this thing is good for what the wrinkles on my face or clearing up my skin, all that stuff. But Japanese skincare, you hear about in the skincare world, but not as much as Korean. But I don't think Japanese skincare innovates as much as Korean. I think they go back toward like, hey, we know this works. We're just going to double up on what works already instead of trying to, like, they don't try as many new things. And I find that because they're like high quality ingredients, we know it works. Let's just do that. And why that relates to the food is I think it's like the same mindset of like, hey, we have high quality ingredients, Kobe beef, Wagyu, sushi, unagi, all that. We don't need to add too much sauce. We don't need to add too much seasonings and all that because our ingredients will speak for themselves. While as you were in China, I guess you were mainly in Shanghai, but a lot of the foods there, like, I'm not saying they're all low quality, but like there is a lot of lower quality food that I've seen in China, and you can just mask that up with a fuck ton of seasoning, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And I don't see that nearly as much in Japan. To me, as an American, I've seen a lot of foods actually under seasoned for my palate, which, I think the Japanese palate is obviously different. But like sometimes when I'm eating something, I'm like, oh, I need more salt on this, or a little pepper would have been nice, paprika or something, something, something. But like, obviously the lower stuff like I think it's Matsuya or Matsudan or something. It's like some really cheap chain open up 24 hours where you can get beef bowls and um, the pork cutlets there or whatever. The main thing, they're so cheap, so they can't possibly be great quality, but that you get so much sauce that it still tastes good. Like the cabbage salad, you just put the sesame sauce or whatever, or the ranch or Thousand Island or whatever it is, or French. And then with the beef bowl, it's just beef and rice, but like it's only like 400 yen, 500 yen. So it can't be great quality. So they get you like 10 sauces on the table or whatever. So, but that's huge thing I've seen so far in Japan. Public transportation is definitely more expensive than the other places, and food in general is just more expensive than the other countries I've been to recently. I think I've been here 2-3 weeks now in Japan. I think I've spent more than I did in Korea and China for 2 months, and I've only been there for a week.
Wow.
Yeah, everything's just vastly more expensive. But you don't really think of it
Wait,
when you
so
load
so
money
you
in your
spent
card.
you spent more in 2 weeks in Japan than you spent in 2 months in Korea and China?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'd have to look at the numbers, but like it's like the food is noticeably more expensive in
Yeah,
Osaka and Tokyo. Transit is more, but like I know it's more, but I don't feel it hitting. And why I say it like that is when you load up a transit card or in my place Suica or whatever, you just have an X amount and you just keep scanning it. You don't really think of like, oh, I'm losing
Mhm.
X amount every time. So, but I can definitely, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've spent more money. Just like a normal meal, like some meals in China, even Shanghai, major city, were like $1 to $2, maybe three, and
Yeah.
then like three is the minimum start here of like a meal, right? Unless you get like one onigiri or something. But like again, that beef bowl place, the cheapest beef bowl there is like 450, which is like $3. So that's like the start. While in like China or other places, like there's some places in China that I found a dumpling for 1 or 2 yuan. So
Yeah,
it
dude,
costs like seven to be $1.
that's really interesting because, like, when you come directly from the US to Japan, it's
Mhm.
like, "Holy shit, this is so cheap. I can get this amazing meal for $7."
Yep.
And but when you come here from China or when you come here from South Korea or from
Mhm.
Vietnam, then you're like, "What the fuck? This is so expensive. Like, I'm
Exactly.
paying 6 times as much." Um, but what you said is exactly right too. Like, you picked up on something that is very, very Japanese, not just in food, but in so many different things. And that's the like focus on quality and
Mhm.
the focus down until you're just like just with a perfect tiny little slice of fish, right?
Yep.
And that tends to be the Japanese way of doing things, I think across the board,
Mhm.
like artistically, creatively. Um,
Portion sizes are also very small to me in Japan. I realize that as well,
oh, that's
especially compared
interesting.
to China and Korea. I think the portion sizes on food is like vastly smaller.
I wonder if that's why people are like you noted that people are smaller. I mean, maybe that's one of the reasons why I like being here so much. Like, I don't really like being in countries where people are like just towering over me.
Mhm.
Um, like I said, I'm not very tall. So in Japan, I feel about average, like in terms of my height.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, whereas in Vietnam, I feel a little bit tall. In, like, Laos and Indonesia, I feel a little bit
yeah.
tall as well. In
Well,
China
another
and
thing though is on the height. Usually in major cities, have the taller people or whatever because there's more nutrition and more money to go in meals and stuff like that. But again, Osaka and Tokyo are major cities. Like Seoul, I'm pretty sure is taller than the rest of the country, probably. And then like Shanghai people in my mind were like taller than some of the smaller cities I went to, but I heard Shandong or Shandang Dong or something like that has the tallest people. But usually taller people are in like the major cities, not all of them, but like percentage wise, because there's just more nutrition in those cities, more money to go around and all that, like healthcare and all that shit. But yeah, I just feel like a lot of people in Japan have been short, and they're bouncy too. Japanese people have been very bouncy. Like,
Bouncy. Okay, I've never heard that term in terms of I've heard reserved, like
no, 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 I
withdrawn, like
literally mean bouncy. Like, I was in a pharmacy, like, there's a girl, like, she's probably this height to me, and I asked her, like, she works there. I'm like, I asked her for an item, and then as she's going away, she was just like bouncing. She was like being cute and bouncing and stuff. So she was just like bouncing away.
oh, I think that's the kawaii. That's pure intentional kawaii.
Yeah, it was just like her bouncy walk, and I realized it's not everybody obviously, but I've been noticing it. I'll be walking around and I'm like, oh, the Japanese people are bouncy. It's super cute.
Hmm. The Japanese people or the Japanese women or girls?
No, I've seen
That's
some
the
guys bounce too. So
really? Okay, that's
just
just
bounce.
such a weird description for me. I would not describe Japanese people as bouncy. American people are kind of bouncy because they're round, and like a basketball bouncy.
Yeah, that's the bouncy I mean on some of these people.
Oh, really? Are
Yeah,
you
the
seeing
same bounce. Like as they're walking, they just bounce.
huh?
I think it's
Interesting.
like they're trying to be cute, or they just that's how they walk or something. But yeah, I've seen that.
I'll have to watch for that. It's going to
Yeah,
be interesting to hear your impressions here. I mean, we've had a blizzard the past couple of days up here in Hokkaido, and
that sounds
like
awesome.
probably 3 feet of snow in the past 3 days. Um,
Wow.
I put that, it's about a meter of snow, but I put that in American terms for you because
Yeah, freedom
even
unit.
though
Thank you.
even though you look Asian, you're like pure American. Like whenever I put things in metric for you, you always go, I don't know what that
Yeah,
is, which
I
is
don't know what those fake measurements are. I need it in
yeah,
freedom units. You need to tell me how many football fields it is.
in freedom units. That's a good
Yeah,
one. Yeah.
freedom units. Yeah.
Uh, okay, so for you, which country, if you could just take one trip, like which country would you take the trip to? Would it be Japan? Would it be South Korea? Would it be China?
So those are the three countries we're going with.
Yeah, since those are the three countries that we both were in over the past.
Yeah, I think that's fair. So it really depends how long this trip is, because if it is a shorter trip, I think I would do Korea or Japan. If it is a longer trip, China. And it also depends on if money was an issue. Obviously, China's cheap. So I say that because, like, if you have a month, or say it's a 3 month trip, a 3 month trip to me will go farther in China because there's just it's huge, right? There's so much
Yeah.
vastly more stuff to see, and every region is different. Obviously, every region is different in every country, but like there's a lot more regions and vastness to China. If money is an issue or isn't an issue though, China, like the cheapness of it does not matter. But like Japan, I understand why there's like so many visitors in Japan as Americans, and you'll if you see some videos online, they're like, "Oh, if you're coming to Japan, don't just go to Tokyo or don't go to Osaka or Kyoto. Make sure you visit Kobe or Okinawa and all these other ones, Otaru, because like, and a lot of people don't. And I don't think it's because they don't want to, but like, as an American, I don't know if you remember, we don't get that much vacation. So if you have maybe 1 week or 2 weeks of vacation a year, when you go to a place, you want to check out the main things first, right? You don't do the side quest until like later or whatever, when you've already done the other ones. We just don't have that much vacation. So, you want to
Or
hit up Tokyo.
imagination too.
Yeah. But like, if you've been working a year and you get 1 week of vacation, flying over here is a day already. So you essentially only get 6 days. Like you probably want to go to what's popular or what's romanticized, right? And in this case, Tokyo, and with all the movies, Osaka, Kyoto, then the anime and all that stuff, that has been romanticized quite a bit. It's like going to France. Most people will go to Paris, just because like that's the one you know.
Yeah, I think they call that the Golden Triangle. Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka.
Yeah,
What's interesting is I've never been to Kyoto. I've
it's okay.
spent I don't know maybe about a month total in Tokyo and Osaka combined. But Osaka I was just there for like a week. So about 3 weeks in
Osaka.
Tokyo.
I didn't think much of it when I was there, but someone told me afterward it's like considered the comfort food heaven or something like that of Japan, and I
That's what
totally
I've heard.
get that. I like the food in Tokyo because, like, again, it's like Los Angeles and New York, right? Like, since there's going to
You
be
get
more
everything.
people there,
Yeah.
they're more innovative of trying with different foods and stuff. I've tried a lot of good food here for sure, but I think Osaka has been more Japanese comfort food of like what fills your soul. So
Okay. So let's say this. If you had to pick one cuisine out of the three and you couldn't eat the other two again, which cuisine would you take?
Chinese.
That's a good call, I think, because you get a little bit of everything, right?
Yeah, and it is cheating in a way because again, every region is vastly different.
Mm.
Yeah. So, as I said earlier, I think the regions of food, like if you go to Jeju Island and Seoul, you're gonna see, or sorry, Jeju Island and Seoul. The food's gonna be different, but
Well,
like,
it's in South Korea. In South
yeah,
Korea.
yeah, it's gonna be different, but like fairly similar, except for like certain, like a little, like it's like a lot of similarities. But if you go
Yeah.
to Chongqing versus um Shenzhen or Cantonese food, right? Hong Kong Cantonese food versus Chongqing, one is vastly different in the spices. Like there's the peppercorns and the chilies that like coat your tongue. It's super spicy. While Cantonese food is definitely not as spicy at all. And I don't think they focus on spice there at all. So there you I think by saying that, and then the skewers of the I think they're the Uyghur people or whatever. That's
Oh,
technically
okay.
Chinese food as well, but
Yeah.
it's vastly different. So I think China is a cheap answer of you can just say as much as you want. It also depends. I love Korean food, but as you remember when I was there, I got so tired of it because it was always like, "Do you want to do Korean barbecue, Korean fried chicken, kimchi for the 13th time this week?" I'm like, bro, and
I mean,
hangover.
I love Korean food, but I have to say, like, the lack of vegetables in Korean cuisine and the lack of fruit, like availability, those were two things that I just wasn't crazy about.
I
Like
feel like you get vegetables all the time because vegetables are in the sides though.
I think you get root vegetables. You get like winter vegetables, but you don't get like green beans and
Yeah, I could see that.
tomatoes and lettuce and like I guess what I think of carrots. Like I didn't see a lot of that stuff. I just saw cabbage, onions, um,
Yeah, a
beets.
lot of it's in the kimchis and the side dishes. Not all
Yeah,
of it.
that's
Yeah, or
sprouts.
wraps or
Yeah,
instant.
I guess I would probably, not surprisingly, like, choose Japan on both levels since, I bought a house and decided to live here,
Yeah,
but Chinese cuisine is yeah, it's probably the better choice if you have to just have one for the rest of your life.
yeah,
Like
very vast. I like Japanese food, but I like China would be above Japan and Korea, and I'd have to really think if I like Japanese food over Korean food.
and the main reason why I would choose China over Japan is because the availability of fruit. Again, like fruit in Japan is so expensive. Like it's available, but it's so expensive. And in China, it's like free. Fruit and nuts, are just like which I love snacking on those.
Yeah,
They're so cheap, they're so fresh, so available. Um, and yeah, so that's probably another deciding factor.
yeah, I could see that. I mean, I
What I
do like a lot of Japanese food. It's just, do I like them more than the other food? You know. So,
What I don't like about Chinese food so much is purely because I think I'm American and raised on like American supermarket cuts of meat. I'm not crazy about all of the like weird animal parts being cooked up in
oh yeah,
Chinese cuisine. But you can choose not to order that stuff. Sometimes it's fun to try, but
yeah. I'm used to that already because my my people are Asian, so I'm been eating liver, hearts, all that stupid shit for a while.
liver and heart's okay. I mean, I grew up poor, so like we'd eat liver and heart, but I I guess it's more like the dog's tail and the pig's snout and the, like, feet of the duck and that kind of weird shit.
Oh, like chicken feet and stuff like that? I haven't had any dogs, so I don't know. I don't know if I wanna try. I had horse yesterday. That was really weird. Um, they it was
Was it
raw. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it was raw. That's right, they do it raw.
yeah, it's
Was it
raw, it's ginger, onion, and garlic.
was it
It
delicious, though?
it was really unique, but it was definitely weird. But chicken feet, I don't mind, but it's like I'm not going out of my way to eat it, right? Like if someone orders it at dim sum or the table, like sure I'll have one, but I'm not gonna be like, oh man, I really want some chicken feet right now. Like no,
I had multiple times in Vietnam where I met new friends and,
uh-huh.
like, we would go to eat, and they thought it was so funny to order chicken feet for me as an American, like, and it happened multiple times. They're like, "Do you eat chicken feet?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll eat them." And then they'd bring them out, and they just thought it was so funny 'cause I just don't really quite have the knack for, like, eating a chicken foot. There doesn't seem to
Yeah,
be much
well, I like
meat.
cartilage and things like that, but it is weird to eat for sure. And then snout I'm used to already because I've eaten I think it's Southern and Caribbean food. Like I used to eat because I'm in St. Louis, right? Like there's like a lot of Caribbean restaurants, and one of the things they had was snoot. So I just eat that all the time anyway. Not all the time, but I'm used to eating it, so whatever. And yeah, I guess those are the main weird ones. Yeah, Chinese out of all of them definitely have the weirdest ones. But yeah, but all three of those places like chicken feet, I think.
Yeah, I think that's true. I don't remember seeing chicken feet here in Japan, actually.
Oh, have I not? Do I have I seen it in Korea? Now I don't remember. It's for sure in China and Vietnam.
Feel like I saw chicken feet in Korea, but I'm not positive, but I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, we didn't really try to go for it, so, I know in Vietnam, though, I don't mind those are like, if I had to pick again, not my favorite cuisine or not my favorite dish, but if I had to pick, I like Vietnamese one more because it's, like, grilled. Like, the
Yeah,
ones I
I
had
gotta
were
say
grilled.
it's kind of fun to, like, sit at those outdoor tables and, like, have big old beers and a bucket of, like, chicken feet or a big plate of chicken feet on the table, everybody snacking. Like, Vietnam is a fun cuisine to share with friends for sure.
Yes. Yeah. I really one of my we went to get pho the other day, and everybody liked it, but I'm like, "It tastes like normal pho to me." I've realized as an American, well, not even as an American, as someone with Vietnamese parents, growing up and eating noodle dishes like pho and ramen and all those, I was so spoiled because my mommy and my daddy would pack me a good chunk of meats and everything in it, and then when I go to Japan, like, I'll go to a ramen place like yesterday. I went to a ramen place. By the way, I found probably the best ramen place, chicken forward ramen in all of Tokyo. I like
Wow.
not even I'm not even lying about that. I like the line was all Japanese people except for me, and it was a line probably we went like after dinner time or before dinner time, like, and it was huge line. And as I was in it, the line kept growing. So like in the restaurant. It was really good. But yeah, back to the noodle thing and being having Vietnamese parents and everything. They would just pack my noodles with like meats and yummy goodness and stuff in the broth. And then when I was an adult and I'd start buying my own ramen at stores, eating out with my friends, they'd come out and it's like two pieces of meat. I'm like, what the fuck? There's no ingredients. It's just fucking all noodles. And then, like, I was just in China as with you, and it was I'd go to a restaurant and then like I'd look at the picture and it's like, oh, it has so much meat, and then it comes out and they're like, there's nothing there. It's just like 90% noodles. And I understand it's a noodle dish, but like I need my meats, bro. I need Arby's, the meats. Have the meats.
We got the meats.
Yeah.
Um Well, hey, man, I'm just looking at the Tenguyama website right now. I've been waiting, and it looks like after 2 days of blizzard and a meter of snow, that they're
Uh,
going to open today in a few
awesome.
minutes. So I'm going to go snowboard. Um,
Sounds good, dude. Are you liking it so far?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I think I broke a rib. I do seriously think I broke a rib on that first day that I went up the lift. Like, at first, I was just like, ow, I just bruised it. But it's been like a week and it still hurts and it's hard to sleep on. Probably should have gone to the doctor, but, what are they
I'm
going to do?
really
Put a cast on it? Like, put a cast on my broken rib? Like, whatever, man. They would probably just tell me don't go snowboard anymore for the rest of the winter. And yeah, I don't wanna hear that, so I'm gonna go
yeah.
snowboard
I mean, that
with my
sounds awesome.
broken rib.
Glad you're having fun. Do you have your own board and stuff, or
Yeah, I got my own board, I got my own boots, I mean, I bought all my own gear this year, which is great, and learning has been a weird process. Like, my buddy who's a really good snowboarder, he's like, "Oh, dude, your boots are kinda too big for your board, like, your toes kinda stick over the edge."
mm,
Um, so that's one problem. Like, I didn't know that when I was buying the board. I bought too narrow of a board. But I'm learning, and I just switched my binding, so I'm gonna go try Goofy Foot today because I've had this, like, do you skateboard or surf or anything like that? Okay, so Goofy, most people ride with their power foot behind. Like, it would be like, mostly their right foot, the one that you'd want to kick with.
mhm,
Um, but some people do that differently. And I've had this weird situation where I keep sort of turning my board around backwards.
mhm.
Um, and so my buddy was like, maybe you're goofy. And I was like, well, I'm definitely fucking goofy, but maybe I'm goofy foot. So I switched my bindings around. I'm going to go try riding backwards today. Hopefully not break anything, but I did buy a helmet, so that was responsible of me. And
Yeah. I mean, all that
yeah.
stuff for rent, basically, right? So
Yeah,
whatever.
you can rent all that stuff. I mean, and I think you'll find it's more difficult and easier than you expect both. Like, control is the difficult part for me, but maybe
I think
balance will be the hard one for
I'm
you.
bad at bikes and balancing in general, so we'll see. I mean, I'm sure I'll have fun or hurt myself, so we'll see how that. It's just, man, I just feel like if we go multiple times, that price is going to add up and it's going to suck. But it is what it is, I guess.
Well,
Because
I think you're just here for a few days, so if you just wanna go once, but I think multiple times would be the way to go. By
yeah,
the way, Tony, I just wanna thank you so much for taking me to Olive Young when we were in Seoul, because I love these little bags. They're so perfect for, like, this one, I keep my adapters and stuff in.
nice.
Um and then the other one I sort of, like, carry empty so that, when I'm traveling, I can just, like, empty my pockets and, like, if
Right
we're
on, dude.
we take it off and have it someplace where I, know where it's at. But those
Mhm.
bags are such quality, and they were free.
Yep.
I wonder if they're still free. Take a
I
trip back to Seoul
I
and
think
get
it
them
was
no
a
matter what.
promotion, but like if yeah, there's people like us that kept getting them, so they probably lost money.
Well, I only got 2. How many did you get total?
I want to say 6 to 8 or something. I went
Yeah.
multiple times. I probably went like 4 or 5 times or some shit like that. Yeah.
Well, I'm very happy I got those too. They're very useful, good size, and good quality, which is weird,
Mhm.
for a free thing. I'm used to, like, American where if it's free, it's crap, but
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to visit you, dude. I haven't bought my ticket because it seems like it's gonna be cheap no matter what. Because I checked like tomorrow, for example, and like it's still the same price. So it's like whatever. Um, I'm
you
pretty
might wanna get
close.
it a few days in advance, actually, because I've run into where, like, I've tried to buy tickets the day before, and the price is, like, double or triple what it was
Oh
2 or
wow.
3 days before. So, if you see a good price at a time that you like, you should probably go for
Are you fairly flexible? Like, if I need to change the dates 3 over, is that possible, or is it pretty set?
it. If it's 3 later, yes. If it's 3 before, no, because 'cause I've got somebody else coming, but,
Yeah, yeah. It would be instead of getting in. Yeah, yeah. It's later. So, because
okay.
I right now I do, um, as I was saying earlier, I do Tokyo and then you and then Niseko, but I think I might cancel Niseko and then I do after Niseko Tokyo, and I move the Tokyo up before you, and then do you, and then just go to Osaka instead.
Let's just be clear on a couple things. It's Niseko,
Niseko, okay.
and second, you're not gonna be doing me.
Oh, okay, okay. So dang it.
um, okay, so one thing. So Tony, you're gonna come couch surf with me. So if you do come and I have other guests at the time, um, you know, we'll make it work. We'll put you on in the in the my storage room or whatever with a futon, but you'll be okay. Like
Yeah,
make sure
sounds great,
you're
dude. I mean, I don't get mine. I like seeing other people anyway, so
okay. So that should work, but let me know for sure because
yeah.
sometimes I do make plans.
Cool.
I'm fortunate in that I don't have to all the time, but yeah. Right
Awesome.
now I'm
Well,
gonna
I hope you enjoy
go do that.
snowboarding, buddy.
I'm doing it, man. Whatever you do today, have fun, and yeah, I'm a little jealous at the time you're spending down in the Golden Triangle there, but one of these
It's
days I'll
literally
go.
just eating and drinking and hang out with girls. That's all I'm doing. So
This is life, man. This is the joy of life. Eating, drinking, hanging out with girls, maybe add some snowboarding and skiing
yeah,
and winter sports into that, and you got a perfect.
yeah, dude. All right. Well, have a good one, dude.
All right,
Of
brother.
course, let me know if you have time tomorrow. I'd love to chat again.
Okay.
Yep.
Aloha.
Aloha. See you, dude.